The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 37, NASDAQ up 16, S&P's off 3, gold contract up 750, trading at $14.80 an ounce. You get silver up 22 cents, $17.23 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 51 cents, $54.60 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up 4 ticks, 130.14. 30-year up 3 ticks at 162.13. And King Dollar up 33 ticks, trading 99.414. The euro is at 109. The yen is at 108, and the pound is at 122 to 1 U.S. dollar. And can you say potential ABC structures down in all the indices? That's where my head is at. Let's take a look at this, baby. You were doing the news, man. That was one fast move.
No matter
man.
what you get prepared for, right? Things change on a dime, man, especially when news drops at 10 a.m. Get a top-of-the-hour update. And
so let's go through the news first.
Let's dig into it.
What the news, folks, was the factory gauge hit a 10-year low, basically. U.S. manufacturing unexpectedly fell deeper into a contraction, posting the weakest reading since the end of the last recession. You get the Institute of Supply Management Factory Index slipped to 47.8. Bottom line is that anything under 50 is a problem.
Lowest since June of 2009. Keeping track, that's more than 10 years ago.
Right.
I mean, remarkable. And it missed all estimates that was somewhere around 49.1 at least. Yeah, so second
big numbers.
Oh, and the second straight reading below 50, inline separating expansion contraction, of course. 50 is the line between expansion and contraction, and man, under that level for sure.
Right. Now, so fundamentally, that's the number. You take a look at this. Technically, folks, is that what you have is that you have potential ABC structures set up in a big way. In fact, I had this in the newsletter this morning. I mapped these babies out. And what it is, so here, watch this. Now, what we're going to need is that you're going to need a failure kind of right where we are. You don't need it right where we are, actually, okay? You can get higher. But the way that this had just set up is that we get a high volume low that is out here from last Friday, 29.46. You're going to have it looks like you're going to have a failure out here today. That would be a C point. And the bottom line is that these are potential ABC structures on the way down. Your A point on the S&P is a 3,024. I'm not taking the highest one. I'm just taking, you can see it's kind of 7 to 8 days on the way down. So 3,024 to 29.46. So I have these numbers, but so what's that? That's 54 plus 20, 64, 74, 82. 78. 78 points off of 29.94. That would be the potential ABC down. Inside the NASDAQ NDX 100, you got the exact same setup. So this is going to get interesting to see how this shakes out. The NDX. In the composite's been the weak link. And inside the NDX, you have a 79.73 is your A. 76.41 is your B. What's that? 330 or something, right? 330 points. So 330 off of 78.41.
Sorry, what were the?
Your A point is 79.
Yep, 73.
73. Your B is 76.41.
Nice.
Right? So this is a big day out here. What hasn't happened yet is that I know that the dollar pulled back, but guess what? Yeah, it's still over that high from September 3rd, I think. This is a good setup. Oh, this is sick. So watch this, folks. Okay, this is interesting. So you're over the high, which is 99,370. That being said, look at this. That's a shooting star, okay, which is a bearish occurrence. Now, what happens with shooting stars, folks, if you're into candlestick charting, is that they love to get tested. Now, this went over it for sure, but if this ends up being another shooting star out here, then we'll see how we challenge the highs, which is 99,370. So And then gold, my God, gold. You talk about hold on for dear life inside the gold market. Gold today, that was good. That was quite a trip. We just went from
1470.
1465, right? At low today.
Yeah, that was like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, you get 1480.
Yes.
You know?
And $10 of that in the last 11 minutes.
Yeah,
so
right.
It was at 1470.
Right when you're on the air, I know.
I mean,
right.
not even under that. Let's just see where, because it's pretty fast and furious. Yeah, 1468.50 before that ISM.
Yeah.
So.
And then if we go over to the 10-year and look at the 10-year, what you're going to see out here is bottom line is that.
Talk about a gap. Oh, well, I had it on IGPO. Just the gap from 10 a.m. to 10:00 and 1 second.
Yeah. As you said, it looked like something was wrong with the computer, folks, more than the...
It sure did, and I'm even going to drill it down a little bit more. All right, let's put it on a minute chart just for the day, because you'll really see. I mean, look at that in no time, right?
Right.
1.72 you're sitting at, and man, just wanting to, and I was saying to myself, I know news is breaking, and I thought it was right, but from 1.72 to 1.65 in a heartbeat, that had to be some pretty significant news, and sure enough, I mean, what's more important than manufacturing index?
And this is the second one that's under 50.
Correct, yeah.
So now is that the trend?
Yep. Especially when it's a much bigger miss than they even thought as well.
Yes.
Man, and things escalate much quicker than they anticipate. That's what the Fed really worries about.
And if we go take a look at that bond market, what you're going to see inside bonds, that rejected lower price, bottom line, this thing very well. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, that, the S&Ps, NASDAQ, Dow Industrials are in potential ABC downs. You have the bond market and a potential ABC structure up.
I mean, it's almost a full point off of the low for the day. So.
And that's on the 10-year.
Right.
That's pretty intense.
Right.
You don't see the 10-year go a
That's
full
why I
point
said
a day.
that drop from 1.72
Right.
to 1.65 is just mammoth in a heartbeat.
It is. And so if you get a potential ABC structure on the way up, this is going to be pretty easy to do inside the 10-year, folks, because your B point is 130.25. That's the high that was generated out here on the 24th. So let me just see what we have here. You got 128.16, so that's at the half. 130.25, 128, so you get 2.5 points.
Yeah, 2 and 10 ticks.
Yeah, so that would get you to
130, 130, 2 and 10 ticks.
Yeah.
130, 130. Yeah, it's almost a point and a half above where we're at right now.
And the high is 132.13.
Yeah, so pretty close, within about a half of a point from the high.
There's definitely some real volatility in this market.
And we get private payrolls tomorrow, and then we get non-farm payrolls on Friday. And those will be big numbers, especially after the manufacturing miss.
And what you have here is that in bull markets, folks, you're surprises to the upside. And bear markets, you're surprises to the downside. That's kind of how I'm taking that in a larger scope. But the bottom line is that the way this just traded here, you can see that's kind of how this baby shook out.
Yeah, I wonder what these numbers were at 9:59 a.m. this morning.
And the numbers we're talking about, folks, is the implied probabilities of another rate hike, rate hikes in general.
Or cuts, to be.
Hikes, yeah, cuts, I mean. Oh, my God, yeah, cuts.
Hike column, 0% coming at us fast. Cut. The only question is not if, but when.
Right.
October, they're looking at 52%. December, 78%. By January, 88%.
They're going to have to get moving now with that number.
I imagine that number just got moving.
Yeah, right.
In the last 14 minutes with that ISM.
Right.
But, man, we'll see that number maybe move with private payrolls tomorrow, and then government non-farm payrolls Friday.
Market went to Sherman-Williams, folks, and they bought red. Dow's down 123, NASDAQ's off 6, S&Ps are off 11.5. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the Tas Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The Tas Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, Tas understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the Tas Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the Tas Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 127. We get the NASDAQ off 3. S&Ps are off 10. That was a fast move, man.
Poof, right?
We've seen some fast moves, but...
we were above 27,000 in the Dow this morning, so we're now 210 points below that level, even more. So you're talking about 250 probably off the high. We'll see where we were, but... High for the day, there you go, 27,046. We're 250 points on the dot below that level. And man, oh man, you know, this whole range, we've been fighting there since about September 24th.
Right. The spread is that's pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Well, particularly in 40 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as I had to joke during the update, it's going to be a volatile day, man. I haven't done an update at 10 a.m. where you get such a move so quickly on an expected number. So it's not like random news breaks. There's a tweet. Of course, that's going to drive things. Right. Market knew it was coming. They put their best guess into what was coming, and man, they were off base.
And if we take a look at the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness, the only strength you actually have inside the Dow is Apple and Visa. Yeah. Apple's putting 18 positive points, Visa's putting 7. Taken away from it, Big Mac. Big Mac minus 38. You get Goldman minus 19, United Health minus 18, 3M minus 11. Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness, you got Ulta up 4.6%. Okay. And I know we'll have to pull that up and see what kind of a bounce has been getting.
I know.
NVIDIA up 2.8, NXPI up 2.8.
And Wynn, how about it? Macau. They rocking and rolling over there.
Well, they're on vacation. That's right. This is a vacation
the 70th
this week
for China, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Market's closed.
Market's closed, but the casinos are open.
Oh, come on. Of course they are.
Totally. You got Xilinx taken away from it. That's down 3.6%. NetEase is down 2.8%. You got Monster Beverage down 2.4 and Electronic Arts down 2. Let's go back over to Ultra and see what kind of a
lots
bounce.
of interesting kind of stories in there. EA Sports, if we can jump to at one point, I'm curious why they're down 2% on it. Look at that.
So Ultra's still a mess. I mean, it was at a high of 368 on July 17th.
Down more than $100 still from that level.
Yeah, so that's...
I know you can't put much faith unless they really start coming out with news that somehow their expectations have materially changed.
And you can see your volume's decreasing on the way up. 3 weeks ago you had 2.9 million. Last week you had 2.6. We'll see what we come in this week, but you're coming into a monster here.
Yeah.
So EA, let's go take a look at EA.
What do they got rocking?
So let's see, that's down 190. Let's see what they're saying there.
Climbs. I don't think they're climbing. They got no recent news really, so I'm not sure what's hitting it. Last news coming out September 30th.
Let me take a look at this.
But I guess it's just a drop of all of yesterday's gains.
Right, coming right into the downdraft out there from July of this year.
July 1st. I mean, maybe that was. Can we go back to see when they have earnings in the second?
$103 to $91.
Oh. Okay, so the end of this month.
29th.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly got some action going. And then inside the broker-dealer index, you got some heavy action here.
Man, it's going to be a race to zero, it looks like, man.
Yeah.
So Schwab, in an escalating price war with rivals, plans to reduce U.S. stock exchange-traded funds and options online trade commissions from $4.95 to $0. And it's beginning within the weeks, October 7th. According to a statement, they don't have to open an account, make a new deposit, or maintain a minimum balance. Clients trading options will continue to pay 65 cents per contract. Schwab's move, latest in a price war with competitors flock to the cheapest product. Vanguard last year announced it would offer almost 1,800 ETFs commission-free on its platform. Almost every Vanguard ETF can now be traded without cost on the firm's platform. They want that cash, right? They want that money under management.
Yeah, and they have, the money under management they have is like huge. In the trillions, Schwab, because they're a huge custody holder too of all other financial. Like if you run a financial, like a couple of your friends have their
credit card processor. Sorry, I don't.
They're certified financial planners. Like, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then what happens is that, as you're small independent ones, even large ones, well then they put the money with Schwab, and that's the holding company, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So which makes it really safe for everyone else.
So you had Interactive Brokers going down this path last week, and they just make reference to the fact these companies are positioned differently, and you have the likes of E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, one of our sponsors, which depend more heavily on those brokerage fees, and that's probably what you're talking about, that they could be, Schwab could be a custodian more, and but man, all over the place.
Big number.
Schwab getting smacked.
Right, and so if we take a look at the most active, you're going to see TD's right at the top too.
Wild number one, yeah.
Yeah, that's down $10. Trading 36.65. You get Apple up 2. Charles Schwab's down 360. So I guess that's TD Ameritrade's down 25%.
E-Trade down there as well, man.
Yeah, that's 7. Yeah, that's down 20%. $7.98. The bottom line, folks, though, is that nothing's free in the brokerage business. They're not in a non-profit business, so we'll figure out where they're going to make money in this. But
the margins are getting trimmed, though, to the benefit of the consumer, because if they weren't, you wouldn't see those shares getting pummeled.
Right. Well,
that is the
and what that is, you can see that wasn't individual stocks in there, though. That was ETFs and options.
Yes, right.
But the whole market's going ETF. There's no doubt about that. The market itself is definitely going ETF.
Yeah.
And the broader market right now, they bought extra paint at Sherwin-Williams today.
Red paint everywhere, man.
There's no doubt, man.
Except for those notes and bonds, we're getting a little bit of that higher price.
Yeah.
Lower yield.
Yep. And the dollar hasn't given up that high yet. Not that it has to, I guess.
And gold's continuing as well, $14.84 now. We were sitting at $14.68 before that ISM number, so you're talking about $16 now in a heartbeat.
And if you want to see something that's pretty wild, folks, inside this gold market, this is how this shakes out. You're going to see this is a rejection of lower price, and you're going to have tremendously lighter volume, because we're coming into the 534,000 contracts at 1488. At 1484, you had 652,000 contracts. So the way this worked, when you're looking at price and volume, at the end of the week, right, that right where we are right now, 1484.30 would be an important to me at the end of the week. Just because
This is a daily I think we're looking at.
that's a daily, yeah.
Right,
But I'm projected.
Okay,
you know what
cool.
I'm saying? At the end of the week, if you're over that, that's a full rejection. On the daily, we have a rejection, but I'd like to see a rejection on a weekly, because if you get a rejection on a weekly, it's a whole different animal. You know what I mean? It's just a longer time span.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And what you have here is that you'd have a flush out, because that move was so fast. Like people that were long gold, you certainly, when you go from 1507 to 1470 in one day,
Yes.
that's $37. That's a monster move.
It was quick, and just to drill it down, right, to see yesterday's
It was as soon as we got
and
off the
today's
air,
combined.
right? It was like
really
11:30,
was. It was
I
about 11. There's like 11 a.m. approximately.
That's
we
nice.
got off the air at 1490, which was kind of in that same range, right? And man, by 11:30 or 11:35, we were down at 1472, and quite a slide. And you even back things up. Go to Thursday, right? Remarkable. We're at 1519.
Right.
So you go from 1519 down to 1465. You're talking about $55 from Thursday down to Tuesday morning.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
That's how gold trades, but it's huge. It's 877-927-6648. We have the Dow off 152. Nasdaq's down 6. S&P's down 12.5. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Yeah. Well, Welcome back, folks. And you know, you just had a headline coming across, folks. It says Norway taps its $1 trillion wealth fund in a surprise move. And I had said to Tommy, I says, you know, we got to find out how many people are in Norway. So there's like 5.3 million.
Yeah, and that's as of 2017, a couple of years ago. So probably bump it up a bit, I think. But nonetheless, 5.3 million. And you do the math, man. 1 trillion divided by 5.3 million, not bad. $188,000 per a Norwegian citizen that wealth fund represents.
And that's only the wealth funds. That's not the rest of their balance sheet.
So they took $400 million from its sovereign wealth fund in August, marking the first such withdrawal in over a year, as Western Europe's biggest petroleum producer takes advantage of its enormous piggy bank amid a decline in oil prices. So that it remains an extremely rare occurrence. The government made its first ever withdrawal in 2016 following a collapse in crude prices. The huge fiscal buffer that the fund represents has helped Norway's central bank avoid some of the extremes of monetary stimulus, which its peers have had to resort. Pretty remarkable.
That really is.
And so Norway is back to depositing money in its wealth fund after oil recovered. So you had, and there's that 2016 withdrawal, right? So it looks like that's what they're putting money in. They took some out occasionally, as they had mentioned. Still, the August withdrawal from the wealth fund comes as a surprise. The government said in its revised budget in May that it expects to deposit a total of $3.7 billion US in the fund in 2019. And the withdrawal brings net deposits through August to 19.9 billion kroner. So they were supposed to come in at 34 billion kroner for the year. So they're off their pace. We'll see if they get there.
Pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
Oil. Lots of wealth.
Oh, man,
oil,
right.
No matter.
I didn't realize that Norway was a powerhouse oil producer.
Isn't that wild?
It is.
Let's go to Lou in Spokane, Washington. What's happening, brother?
Hey, Tom and Tommy.
Morning, Lou.
How you doing?
Well, we put ice on the dog water last night.
You did, huh?
Man.
And how's the dog like that?
You know,
does he
dogs
bust through
are
it?
Smarter than we are, Tom.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I understand that.
I like
the dog don't care. He sticks his nose down, and there's liquid under that little bit of ice.
That's a fact, man.
Dog's got to drink.
There's no doubt, man. That's so funny. It's so true, though. It really is. Yeah. So, send a little of that down here. Well, today's a couple degrees cooler.
Oh, man, in the Northeast right now, too. New York.
Is it cold?
Oh, no, crazy hot.
Oh, is it hot?
They're dealing with crazy, yes.
Wow, okay.
So we got craziness all over, yeah.
So, what are we going to look at today, Lou?
I was wondering if you guys got a handle on this. You know, you hear the news that there's all these big silver shorts, and the figure they give usually is $21. I guess that would be the high end of the range. Like what I see in the common news is that if silver can get above 21, it could run. You know, I wonder if you had a handle on what actual size this short was.
You know, I haven't really looked at it for a long period of time, and this is why. So, okay, so what Lou's talking about, folks, is that this is, you know, it's hard to comprehend, but this is a fact, that J.P. Morgan's got grabbed a couple times inside the metals market, as well as a couple other broker-dealers for manipulating the prices of metals. Okay, they paid fines and all this. The biggest one, though, has to do with what he's talking about. And what it is this, is that, and I'm going back all the way to 2002, because that's when I started getting involved in the metals, right, is that inside the futures market, inside the silver futures market, there is more silver that's shorted that can even be produced in a year. Okay? Now, what had happened is that this was brought to the CTFC, it was brought to everyone. The bottom line is that all those regulators still found nothing that was illegal in that, okay? What it is, to me what it is this, is that banks have an unlimited amount of money. And banks in general, okay, they do trade with the martingale system. And so the way a martingale system works, folks, is this, is that if you're buying something, if you keep going down, you're buying, you're buying, you're buying. Now, that system, okay, will get you broke. Unless you have unlimited funds. Okay? So inside the silver market, what it seems when I was really looking at this, and I had my head wrapped around this pretty heavily for 3 or 4 years, is that they keep shorting the market and shorting the market. And their argument is this, and they are one of the largest metal banks, J.P. Morgan Chase. So let's say that you're J.P. Morgan and I'm a mining company, okay?
Okay.
What happens is that I'm coming to you every single week and I'm saying, okay, J.P. Morgan, I have 20 tons of silver to sell.
Yes.
So what they're saying, what J.P. Morgan is saying, is that that's their hedging because they are one of the largest metal banks in the world.
Yes.
So my point to you, Lou, is that I don't pay too much attention to it anymore because they're already basically gone through this and pretty intensely. And I can understand the aspect if they are one of the largest metal banks. I can understand that aspect. You know what I mean? You're hedging on both sides of it. So the silver market is a monster market, as is gold. That being said, you know, when I look at silver right now, yeah, I mean, you know, silver wants higher price. You know, it's a volatile market, but to me, it does want higher price. Now, the real question is that, you know, we pull back. Now, what happened here, which is really cool, we haven't pulled back that dramatically compared to how we went up. Because if we take this from the way that we went up, it's just a 50% retracement. You know, so you could still have an ABC up. 1450 would be your A point. You know, the A point goes back to May. Your B point is the high that was generated at 1975, and your C is down here at here. So let's just figure this out. That would be 1975.
About 525.
That's a big number, man. And if it is
2225.
yeah, that's where we could bet. You know, So I think that's game, and we'll see. We definitely have a nice rejection with lighter volume in the metals market out here. In a big way. There's no doubt about that. You know, now the question is going to be, do these bonds keep moving and doing ABC up? And if they do, guess what? Interest rates are going to go lower. The dollar, you just gave us good luck, since I'm a metal bull. The dollar is teetering right now on rejecting the highs of September 3rd. And that's what we need, Lou, inside the metals market. I mean, what we have not had yet is a lower dollar. I mean, we've had a higher dollar, and gold and silver has run.
Yes. Yep.
And you know, if we get that, and it just came underneath it right now. 99,370 is the number. We're at 99,353. You know, if we get it, then we get real action, man.
Well, you know, Tom, their whole argument that they're just hedging against the producers is BS, because you can go in and look in the market and how much they short in one single day sometimes. You know, they short...
But that doesn't really matter.
They short the total production for 2 months of the world in one day.
But we're in the trading business, man. I mean, you know, you can do that if you have the money. You can do it, too. I can do it. But you just have to have the money. My point.
If they ever get opposed by some big silver longs, we're going to see some fireworks.
My point is this: the conspiracy deal inside the metals market, I've never seen anyone make money with it. Okay? Because you know why? They hold too long. That's the bottom line. Cooking, man.
Thanks, Lou.
Okay, guys.
Take care, man.
Thank you. Stay right there. Come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year, or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year, or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 127, Nasdaq's off 2, S&Ps are off 9. Let's go over to our website at TFNN because our man, Mr. Dave White, he has a special going on. It's only this week, folks. The path of least resistance. He's had some phenomenal trades inside the option market with, defined risk, which is defined risk is a monster deal.
Volatility today, we're coming into earnings, right? There's going to be some opportunities there as well. We got payrolls on Friday, and these options, they've been rocking, man. Dave's been doing a great job. He's been getting some great feedback, so we decided to put together a promotion this week only. You should sign up anyway. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee no matter what, all right? But we think you're going to stay, so we reduce the charge that you're going to pay for the first month. You can save 25%. And, some of the recent trades in here, MU, of course, Micron and equity, but $42 up to $49. That's almost 20% in the span of a month on an equity alone. And then you have some great option calls, which is, here the SPY, August 16th calls at $1.65 up to $4. All right, that was buy them on the 15th of August, selling them on the 16th.
A whole day.
Right, September 3rd, buying the September 20th dust calls, closing those out a week later on the 10th. September 4th, he had TLT, closed that one on the 10th as well. And then September 20th, in one day, out the same day on a 5-bagger. Not bad, 20 cents and a buck. So he's got some great testimonials out there. I encourage people to check it out. And then head on over, man. You can save $29.75, which is that 25% off. And you just have to use the promo code OPTION. So very simple.
With an S.
I was watching your show yesterday, and I said he didn't enter the correct promo code, but he got there. Promo code OPTIONS with, look at it, it's trying to autocomplete because it knows you put it in there before. So we're going to fill in options. There's your 25%, and you can check it out. It's applied to that first month. And you got the whole month to consider whether that, 30-day money-back guarantee. And I encourage everybody, check it out. That runs through Sunday, October 6th. October 1st.
Is it October 1st?
It's
October
a new quarter.
1st.
It's a new quarter.
It's a beautiful thing.
A lot of companies starting their first quarter of 2020 fiscal year, and we're starting Q4 of the real 2019, man.
Big number, man.
Yes.
No doubt. Big number. Let's go take a look at that silver market. We were just talking with Lou about silver in general. And so the number on silver yesterday, folks, and it did reject lower price, was 1710. And we were talking about this in the morning show. Was it right? It was right here, I think. Yeah, there's the 1710 right there. And if I bring this back, you'll see that 1710, that's showing 53,000 contracts. We got down there with 96,000, but I believe if I go SIU, if you go to the contract that was live then, what day was that? I forgot again. I'll have to do it again, but let's see. So what happens inside the futures market, folks, is that it's 1710. Oh, it's a different number too, okay. Yeah, well, let me, SIZ. Oh, SLV, that's what we'll do. So this is what you can also do. You can go to the ETF structure.
Sure.
You know, so the volume is right there for you.
Yeah.
So you can see
you
how,
do get gaps all over the place just because it trades 24 hours. But
right. And you can see, you know, basically how it hit it. So
yeah.
we came down with 29 million. You were going into 25 million as well as 37.
Yeah.
You know, so the SLV hasn't got above it yet. What I'd like to see with the SLV is above the 13th, which is $16.19. You know, then that would say that, you know, by the end of this week, you get a rejection of lower price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. How about oil? Can we take a look at?
Yes.
We had some real action yesterday to the downside.
CL, I think it's, yeah, X.
Is it?
So you're at, well,
yeah, I mean, yesterday was just a mammoth day, man.
It is.
It was getting a little bit of a pop, made it up to 54.84 today, but we're right back down to kind of almost where we closed yesterday.
Yep. And you had 533,000 contracts. You know, this is saying, you know, the bottom of this consolidation is $50.48.
Pretty remarkable that we're under
Isn't that wild?
the entire trading day right now. The
Right.
low of the Friday before the attack on Saudi Arabia's main oil field, 54.38. We're sitting at 54.29. That's the low of that Friday.
Right.
Let alone we got the initial spike to 63.89, but that only lasted for a brief moment. The high even then next day above $62. Just
And then you had MBS out yesterday.
Yeah, 60 Minutes Sunday night.
Yeah, saying that, guess what? You know, if something's not done, they're going to see oil price that never seen, and oil sold off. And that's when oil sold off.
It was, you know, if there was a war broke out between Iran and Saudi Arabia, he was saying that you would see oil prices spike. I mean, he always wants to see oil prices spike, though. Why wouldn't he tell everybody that?
Exactly.
So I don't.
The market didn't believe it.
Yeah, he would never say, guess what? No matter what happens, oil's going lower, because, you know, that would never be a word from him.
Right.
So we'll see. The market, as you said, didn't buy it.
You know, if we go take a look, what's pretty wild here is that, watch this. If we, you know, it's almost like Nike, I mean, still at all-time highs. I mean, you know, pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then Lululemon. Now, Lululemon is only 1/10 of Nike. But when I start looking at this, like, athletic wear and the whole bit,
yes.
it's pretty amazing. You know, when you put these next to each other. I was looking at this yesterday. I said, I wonder if someday Nike would just buy Lululemon, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, because they're only, watch, the revenue, they only take in 1/10 of what Nike takes in, but their growth is extraordinary. So, look at, they went from 1.8 billion to 3.9, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, they're growing substantially. They make a lot of money.
They do.
Now, watch.
They got great margins when they're selling clothes at $125 a shirt, right?
And
as Nike does, too.
Well, yeah, and watch this. So remember, 3.9 billion is the number, right? And then you go to Nike, it's 42 billion.
Yeah.
You know, and you can see the difference, though. You know, they're growing at 6.5%. That's still great. That's still a big number, man.
Yeah.
But I start looking, because they seem to be overtaking everything. Like, if we look at Under Armour, right?
I tell you, I'm just going to go back. I want to see the market cap of Nike is 145.
Okay.
And let's see what, and then we'll go to Under Armour after this as well. So 25. So they're 1/6 the size of the company almost.
Okay.
With 1/10 of the sales, though.
Right.
And that's probably a factor of their
growth
right, that's above Nike's, and it's tough to grow a $40 billion company at the same, you know, revenue-wise.
Right.
And then Under Armour, right? UA, yeah. So let's see what they are as well. They're coming in at 8.4 billion, and I would guess that they've been struggling. But let's see where they're at. Yeah. So I mean, that's the real problem here, is that they go from 4.8 to 5.7 over 4 years. And you saw the growth that even Lulu has.
And for some reason, you know, they have big numbers overseas, but 2.6% in North America.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's because they had to sell off some of what wasn't selling, or just
then,
too much. Remember, they said they had a big problem in terms of inventory, right? They were marking down everything.
And then when you look at their chart, it's just not the same chart. I mean, you're down from 24. Well, it's not that 24 to 18, I guess, but.
Can we even back it up a little bit further and make sure that we're seeing all the carnage that took place?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I was pretty sure that there was.
Yeah. 46. Now you're talking.
Down to almost $10. Now we're at 18.
Right. Yeah. That.
They got some reorganization to take care of still.
They got to get bigger prices. They got to get a cult going.
They do.
Dow down 137, NASDAQ off 11, S&P's down 10. Come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you're a trader in the market looking for exposure to gold or gold mining equities, then now is a perfect time to sign up for Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. The summer is over, gold is trading back above $1,500, and the 10-year Treasury is hovering at around 1.5%. Tom O'Brien has been writing his weekly gold report for almost 18 years. There's no one that knows more about how the gold market trades and how gold mining equities react. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, Tom publishes his weekly gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. As of September 3rd, Gold Report subscribers have 5 active open positions with an average unrealized profit of almost 38% for each position. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up today by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow off 122, NASDAQ off 9, S&P's off 9.5. And, we have a question here. This is pretty cool, actually. One of our tigers are asking us, folks, if you've been around a long time, we had a great host, Ed Young.
Yes.
And we had his daughter on before, and Z saying, did Ed Young's daughter ever take up trading? I recall her doing the show once. What's so cool about this, right, is energy is a really cool thing, because Tommy and I were coming up in the elevator yesterday, and who were we talking about?
Ed Young. So, right? Yeah.
Isn't that,
just recently.
Yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
So, we don't know. Unfortunately, we don't know. But anyway, he was an amazing guy.
That's for sure, man.
It's pretty wild.
Definitely.
So Facebook. Facebook thinks it's going to.
Zuckerberg's rallying the troops. Audio released in leak tape. So The Verge out there with an article and I think an audio of him, and nothing too scandalous, but just in terms of speaking about the possible investigations they face, possible maybe Democratic candidates that are going to come in. I would argue that Trump's going to come after them too, potentially,
for sure.
the privacy deal.
The government's going after them. Yeah.
And so he responded to Warren. Now, again, this is all just leaked. He was speaking to his own troops, kind of just rallying the troops type deal. But you have Elizabeth Warren, presidential candidate, tweeting back about this story. And the one that struck me, man, was Zuckerberg explained his decision on why he wouldn't travel the world to testify in front of some foreign governments. Quote, "It just doesn't make sense for me to go to hearings in every single country that wants to have me show up," he said to the troops.
And, folks, you can think that, but you probably shouldn't say it because all these governments, particularly our government, has unlimited funds
and
to go
again,
after
that was
you.
not a public statement. He did not intend to make that public. And I said, if I was on that committee, as they try and send Sheryl Sandberg, they're trying to head it off. They don't want him there. Well, that might be Facebook down today about 0.5%, but that's just on market news, so no effect.
Stay right there, folks. We got Fast Market coming up next, and I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.